All right, guys, we're ready to start in 3, 2, 1. Oh, man. This better not be Eddie.
Hey,
What is it this time, Eddie?
I think we got a problem again, guys.
Again? Well, at least he learned to knock.
Yeah, the zombie apocalypse, man, is out of control. Hey, you guys have a guest?
He's our new host. I told you that, Eddie.
I'm a host! Yay!
All right.
Wait, what? I thought you were taking care of this.
Oh yeah, well, you see, I think I bit a little more off than I could chew, you know.
Let me guess, Eddie. We need to kill Zombitron this time.
Oh no, nothing silly like that. But you know, hey, he did have a cool title, Maximum Zombie King Supreme. You know, I kind of like that. It just kind of rolls off the tongue. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Hey, anyway, he took control of my zombies, and well, I don't know. He's got some kind of voodoo powers or something. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me, but you know, he's got them. He's got the zombies breeding.
Oh, sick.
That's the damnedest thing I ever seen.
Zombie 6.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
Can you just tell us where we need to go?
Oh yeah, man, he's down at the old cemetery. You guys might want to, you know, go on down there and save the world again. You know, something like that. Yeah, at least, you know, you should at least take a look at it, see if you can do anything.
Oh, go get my goods!
Wait, Mike, you brought guns?
What?
Oh, yeah. Well, if you could try, you know, not to kill all my zombies, you know, that'd be great, you know. Some of those guys are my friends. Yeah.
Only if you promise not to touch our stuff and steal our beer again.
Adventure!
Oh, hey, man. Hey, look at that. They got some shiny equipment there. Yeah. Oh, look at all them knobs and dials and stuff. Oh. Yeah, it gives me an idea.
Welcome to another episode of Technical Earth Syndicate. Don't worry, that heavy breathing behind you isn't a zombie. It's just Chris.
You gonna eat that?
I'm Michael Buffington,
I'm Chris Stewart.
And I'm Mike Ross.
and this is episode 35 for October 31st, 2013. Oh man, that was crazy, guys. Wow, Mike!
Hey!
You're a host now!
What's up, guys? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
I know, I'm excited to be here.
We have 3 people for Technical Earth Syndicate. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And
Awesomeness.
Mike will bring a little bit to the table. Mike, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, even though you've been a guest before. Go for it.
What's up, guys? My real name is Goku, and I'm from the planet Namek. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm in the Air Force, active duty. I'm actually, pretty good friends with, both these two awesome guys here. Got to, guest on the show here. I major brownie points. I know, I'm cashing them in here. But, I won't be here for very long. Sadly, I got to go deploy in December here. And,
but you will still be a big part of the show. Either we'll do Google Hangouts, and then when you get back, we'll try to get some studio work done again for recording. So, and I'll be living closer too. So,
right, that's right.
Yeah, we figured, as many guest appearances as he's been doing, we might as well start paying him pretty soon. So,
we'll pay you in Star Wars toys.
That's right.
Anyway, we got a cool, we got a cool show for you guys. It's a Halloween special. Well, I don't know what kind of laugh that was, but on Topic Attack, we're going to be doing some really cool stuff. We're going to be talking about zombie survival tactics. Chris wrote this out, so I think this is his baby.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah. And on Alan's Tech Corner, Mike, you got a bunch of information for us. What are we going to be kind of talking about? Just new upcoming tech and...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got... I'm kind of looking in a little bit about with 4K tech that's coming out for all this new Ultra HD TV stuff that's coming out. Also, We're going to kind of look a little bit at like the new 64-bit ARM processor tech that's coming out in phones, or actually it's out right now, and some flexible OLED displays or screens. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to talk about that one.
Well, this show sounds like it's going to be fun, so stay tuned.
This is the best day ever! Oh my god!
Mike, you do realize this is pretty serious, right?
Yeah, it is.
Not you, Mike. The other Mike.
We are one. We know all. We are the might.
Look, there's a cemetery. So it looks like we need to go through that zombie horde.
Not a problem. All right, chums, let's do this. Leroy
No way!
No. Stop. Come back.
All right, guys. So I know it's not been too long since our last podcast, but what have you been up to? We'll start with Mike.
Mike. Oh, this Mike. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, we have two mics, don't we? I was a little confused myself. I was like, will I go?
Yeah, the world cannot contain two Mikes.
So what have you been doing? You've been playing any games, man?
So yeah, my brother, he got me Metro last night for my birthday next month, and it's kind of like an early, I don't know, it's something that me and him do. We just kind of give each other early gifts, and then we get too excited about it, and we're like, hey, guess what? I got you this. It's a surprise. Here you go. It's early, like it. But
have you played any of it yet?
Yeah, actually, I just started playing it a little bit, and it's really fun. I really seriously enjoyed reading the first Metro 2033 book, and then I started playing the game, and just really got into the whole series, and this one's pretty awesome. It feels like it runs a little bit smoother compared to 2033.
The first one?
Yeah, yeah, because the first one was, I don't know, it seemed like it just didn't like my computer. It was like I wanted it.
No, it was a pure port, and they made some PC quality settings on it, like DirectX or whatever it was. I think it was 11 on there, but they just didn't do good with it, I think.
yeah, I think so too. But that's I think the only game recently I've played besides maybe just like Skyrim over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Skyrim, you got like 500 hours on your Steam account on that game.
Yes, that's like I love that game. I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan.
I think you might have a problem.
I think so too. I mean, sometimes when I sleep at night, it's like I wake up and it was like, you've been well rested.
Oh, that's great. Well, Chris, what have you been up to, man?
Well, I started digging a little bit more into your Steam library. I started playing Sonic Generations,
away from it.
which is actually pretty decent so far. I've only played the first couple of levels, but I'm kind of enjoying it. And I also got started on Fez.
Oh, so what
I'm
do you
not
think?
sure how I feel about it just yet, but I'm gonna give it some time.
I really like it. It's a nice little peaceful game to play.
I'm trying not
Puzzle
to associate it with Phil Fish because I'm not one of his biggest fans, but I'm just trying to enjoy it for what it is.
solving. Man, whatever. You can't let that ruin anything. Whatever. You been playing any more Pokemon?
I've been trying to. I haven't had a whole lot of time. I'm starting, but just between all the other games, I'm trying to juggle at the same time. It's getting out of hand.
It's getting out of hand. Dude, I've been playing Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut.
Yeah.
I'm like 8 hours into that game. I before we did this podcast today, I actually was just playing the first little bit before you get to the level with that first boss. So I haven't got to see how the boss battles work with the new boss battles anyway.
Yeah.
But it seems like the textures and the lighting is a lot better now.
Yeah, I thought so
from
too.
the original.
Yeah, it looked pretty nice.
Oh yeah, you bought that too, didn't you?
Heck yeah. Yeah, like as soon as you told me, like actually I thought I saw like your name pop up and it said Director's Cut and I was like, what is this nonsense? And you were like, you must buy it. You like Jedi mind tricked me into it and I was like, okay.
So I've been playing that, and then also the Stanley Parable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing Chris's version of that because I'm bumming off his account. And bumming, I'm not meaning something dirty. Well, maybe. Anyway,
Definitely.
that game is really crazy good. It's short, it's sweet, it's sexy, maybe. I don't really know. but it's really good. So I've been playing that, but mostly Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. That is awesome. I still want to get it on the Wii U. I really do want to get it on the Wii U, but I don't want to pay $50 for it. I'll at most I'll pay 15 to 20 on the Wii U, just because I want to mess with the gamepad. Apparently, you can do like really cool stuff with it. So
I'm not going to have to pay anything for it. As soon as you're done with it, I'm going to start playing it.
Whatever.
Man.
But yeah, I haven't really been doing too much since our last recording. Of course, it was just a few days ago, honestly. But you guys that are listening to this, it's going to be extended amount of time, so we'll probably have more for you of what we've been doing on our next podcast. So, but yeah, that's about it. Anything else you guys want to add to what you've been doing? Nothing.
I
No?
love my new Dreamcast.
You got a Dreamcast.
Yeah, I
Yes.
sold my.
Then you should have talked about that. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I sold my PS3, my PS2, I sold my Wii U, I sold my, I think it was my Vita and my original Wii, and they were like, here's $500, what do you want to do with it? And I was like, can I buy that Dreamcast over there? And they were like, really? And I was like, $19.99? And they were like, oh, and then they kind of like, winked at me, and they're like, yeah, gotcha. So yeah, I ran home and, Backstreet Boys was playing and, not really, but, and then, just like, crazy hairdos was all over the place. Bill Clinton suddenly became the president,
What?
Like, yeah, it was nuts. And then I plugged that bad boy into my big giant HD TV and it was like, no. And I was like, what do you mean now? So I like shoved it in like all the different ports and then it magically worked and, the little cool sphere thing started happening.
Buy any games for it?
Yeah, I bought my first game. There's not a very big selection out right now for just like around here. I bought it from Game Exchange, and I think the only game I have right now is called Air Force Delta, and it's like it's almost like an Ace Combat like clone. But, I'm kind of looking forward to some original Phantasy Star Online version 1 and 2, and maybe like the first Soul Calibur or Ready to Rumble Boxing or, Crazy Taxi, all those good games, Good stuff.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, congrats on a new Dreamcast. Yay. Traded in all that stuff for a Dreamcast. Wow. Well, up next we got Topic Attack with a very interesting subject. Stay tuned.
Foolish mortals, become a part of my undead army or feed them your flesh.
I hate boss battles.
Don't forget to aim for the head.
I think we've all played enough video games to know, hey, look out!
You can't stop me. The world is mine to devour. Your corpses will serve me for all.
Shut the hell up! All right, so for this week's Topic Attack, oh man, I'm so excited about it. This is going to be a fun conversation. We're going to talk about our zombie survival tactics, and we're going to argue with each other about why our plans are stupid and they're going to get us killed.
What if we all agree?
What's that?
What if we all agree?
Then I guess we need to team up for the zombie apocalypse.
I don't wanna. All right, first question, Chris. Why don't you go ahead and these are your babies, so you can ask the question.
Yeah. All right. So first question: you get two weapons. You get a firearm and a melee weapon. What do you have and why?
Who wants to start? Mike?
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll start. All right, so you get a firearm and a melee weapon. For a firearm, I actually own a Glock Model 17. I think it's like one of the first Glocks that was ever created, if not even maybe the first model that Glock introduced back in like the late 80s. But yeah, I don't know. Like I've had this for a while, and I've shot tons of other firearms. They're handguns, and I don't know. This gun just never, unless I put bad ammo in it, it just never jams. And you can, just abuse the crap out of it and not clean it for like weeks, and it still shoots like a dream. And I don't know. I think too, since it's a 9mm, it's a really common. I'm gonna say like a very common like bullet size, so there'd be very readily available compared to like a 45 or like any other like type of bullet type. It's gonna be the most prevalent,
Right.
just like the old 9x19 NATOs. But For a melee weapon, that's a tough call. I think for a melee weapon, I would probably choose a knife. Like
Yeah.
I would probably go with like I was really tempted to say lightsaber, but I was like, restrain yourself.
Hey,
But,
we need to be realistic here. This is zombies.
yeah, but besides the lightsaber, I would probably just I don't know. I'd probably stick with maybe like a combat knife because when you think about it, you can get up close and it's very good for severing. Maybe not probably as good as an axe, but you could still use it for like hunting or if you needed to like cut something. Like and just make like strips of something. It's easy to shear things.
Right.
Just really good, like what do you call it? Like it's just got really good penetration and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, what about you guys? What do you guys think?
For me, for a weapon, firearm, I would pick probably some kind of. I'm not a big gun person, so I don't really know all the names, but some kind of pistol, maybe a Glock or something, or with a silencer on it. Possibly. Because when you're going out there, you want to be quiet, right? So getting headshots, great thing to do, but you still kind of have to get a little bit close, but you can pop them. No sound really to go off. You're good to go,
Yeah.
As for a weapon, I would get a gigantic Bowie knife, a big one, because as Mike was saying, like a quick knife blow to the head, zombie's dead. Yeah, you're kind of close, but you can get in there. If you get a baseball bat or something like that, you're sitting there beating the crap out of it, and it's going to take longer. And another zombie could jump on your back after that.
Yeah.
So I would pick a knife pretty much, and this is our starting weapons, right?
Yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure I can
This is what you have for the entire apocalypse.
Oh, well, that's not accurate, because if I'm walking around, there might be a tree branch I might use to smack a zombie in the head, or a baseball bat I might find.
Yeah,
But-
I guess. Yeah, it's basically just your starter.
A knife-
So
a knife
If you find
and a,
something along the way, good for you.
A knife and a pistol with a silencer, technically. So
Yeah, Mike, the other Mike, pretty much stole my first answer, or the first part of my answer. I went with the Glock 19 though,
Nice.
and basically for the exact same reasons. It's readily available, it's durable as hell, it's like
Right.
the most common handgun like everywhere, pretty much, and for good reason. And like the same with the ammo, you can find it everywhere. It's
we can trade when we get bored. I'll be like, hey, you want to try my 17? I'll try your 19. Yeah, okay. Toss them to each other. Switch. Yeah, oh, and the good thing is I can share magazines with you from my 17, and you can have a 17 round. And did I mention I also have a 33 round magazine that I could give you?
Oh man, we're teaming up.
Yeah. Sorry, Mike.
what? Fine.
And yeah.
I changed my weapon to a
Nope, you can't change it. You're already good.
Oh,
And for my melee weapon, I think I'm going to have to go with a crowbar. Gordon Freeman
Nice.
style.
Yeah. Now you're talking.
that's pretty good, and it's sharp on the edges, so you can easily kill a zombie. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, and also
a little heavy
good
though
for opening doors and stuff, that kind of shit.
True.
Yeah.
Very good. What would you say what kind of gun I would use if I'm wanting an accurate silencer then?
Honestly, like if you in real life, just with some military knowledge here, like if you really want to use a silencer, the way that a silencer works is it compresses, or I'm sorry, it hides your as soon as the noise comes out your muzzle, it's gonna keep it from making a lot of noise. But
I'm saying, what gun would be good for a nice silencer, in a sense, for an event like this? for myself?
Honestly, any weapon's good. But what I was trying to get at was if you use a regular bullet with a silenced weapon, all regular ammo is supersonic, so you're gonna shoot it and it'll sound like that. But then down farther along, you're gonna hear just from when it breaks the sound barrier. So it's gonna be really loud still. It's gonna sound like and
Yeah,
you're
it's
gonna
not
be
going to be like Hollywood where it's like, "Choo," and that's
Yeah.
Well, then
and you know how in video
I can
games
take
too,
off my silencer, so I want one of your guns. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what.
But you know how in video games they're like, oh, you put a silencer on, oh well now it's weak, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What they do is they take into account using ammo to compensate for like that type of a silencer. What they use is a it's a subsonic ammo. So when you shoot it, it doesn't have that big crackle, going off into the distance. So, yeah, it kind of decreases the velocity and the ultimate, like range to target, but it's going to be a lot quieter, and you could definitely, kill some zombies at close range, and be, quiet about it too.
Yes.
Yeah. So any, to answer your question, sorry, any weapon honestly is good for you. It's a matter of, what you're comfortable with. A few rounds, of like 9mm or 22 ammo kills more than a bunch of missed 45 rounds, or 50 rounds.
Yeah.
Well, so we got some pretty good choices. I like Chris's crowbar. I didn't even think about that, but the knife, I still would have a knife. Still would have a knife. All right, next question.
All right. So the apocalypse hits, everything is just going crazy. Are you going to stay where you are, like in your house or wherever you happen to be at the time, or are you going to go out and try to find a better shelter? And if you're going to leave, where are you going to go and why?
Mos Eisley.
Mos Eisley.
Sorry.
Who wants to go first? Chris, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go. Man, I think I don't know, I probably would try to find one of the tallest buildings nearby and try to, get to the high ground. Because, you can block the stairs off and kind of make it harder for zombies to try to get through the stairs. And, most tall buildings are going to have those staircases. They're pretty narrow, so you can kind of funnel them in and take them out as need be. And so I think that's how I would go about doing that.
I feel like I read that in the Zombie Survival Guide one time. Like, did you ever read that book?
Yeah.
You got it from. I would probably so staying in one position for a while. Would you is instantly when you found out, Chris, you would just leave, or would you stay a little bit in your house?
Yeah, I think I would probably, because I would obviously have my bag ready to go because this is, happening. So grab my stuff, head out the door, and, try to get where I'm going before it gets any worse,
Okay. Well, I got an idea. I'd probably leave, and I would find the best suitable area that's not big, that's not, I would try to gather supplies, get people, try to meet up with you guys. And I would try to go find a secure location in whatever town I am. And some of them might be a bank vault with, like a big bank with that maybe this happened on the weekend when banks are closed or something like that, So the building may be empty, but I want to try to look for an empty building possibly. And hopefully I'm not going to die while going inside. But getting my supplies and making sure I'm securing the building and making sure there's no entrances other than what's it called? Making sure there's no entrances that zombies can get in at any point, or people, honestly, and try to have a little bit of a group of people staying within and trying to get, hopefully we know somebody that can get open a vault, but since everything's electronic, that might be harder to do. Yeah. So, all right, but that's kind of mine, like a secure location, like a bank, if not something like that. Just a building in general that's big enough to house a decent amount of people for the most part. So
yeah,
and we can burn the money.
Okay. Yeah, I think for me, I think you touched a little bit on this. Actually, honestly, you both hit really, just really good points. I think, a lot of my ideas are the same as Chris's, where you want to try to find, some place with, a staircase that you can, restrict access to, because, in real life, a zombie, would probably only just be, just, I don't know. I guess it's kind of hard to say what it would be, so like, zombies could fly for all we know, so, being up high, yeah, like being up high is really good because, that limits, that, and, like the stair access is perfect. But, I think one big thing that a lot of people don't take into account is the zombie apocalypse could happen, pretty much at any time. So I could be like on my way to the mall and then here comes the zombies. and then I'm stuck in the mall, like in like a closet or something, you know. So I don't know. Like I guess, you know, for me, like like if I had like my choice, you know, of like a good spot to hide or you know, to build like a fort or whatever, I think, you know, like where I live is a apartment. That's probably the worst place for me to be because I have a big giant window that some just horde of zombies can just come crushing through. You know, but I would probably try to find some place like out in the woods with, you know, instead of having a lot of like wooded cover, you know, just knock it all down to where, you know, it's completely flat so you could see, you know, for a little distance, you know, and you know, have Chris up high, you know, sniping bad guys, or I mean zombies, you know, and Mike downstairs burning, you know, like money to keep us warm, and you know, and he can run upstairs, you know, like whenever we like yell, "Hey, yo, dude, flying zombies!" Okay. But you know, that's probably the best way to go. You know, just you know, and then send people out for like supply runs, and you know, try to link up and establish some kind of, you know, a community, you know, with like other survivors. That's probably what I would choose for.
Yeah, for future reference here, we're assuming that the zombies are, you know, slow, classic Romero, Walking Dead type zombies. Because if they're, you know, Dawn of the Dead remake or 28 Days Later zombies, we're pretty much screwed. So we're not even bothered with that.
You know, I'll still keep my bank thing, but since, you know, during a zombie apocalypse, anything can happen. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. During a zombie apocalypse, anything can happen, and people are constantly moving to shelter from shelter, you know?
Yeah.
I think we could all probably agree, and I still won't use this as my main one because this is like right out of you're going into the zombie apocalypse for the first time. This is what you're doing. Later on down the line, I think everyone's goal should be meeting up on an island, taking a boat to an island that there's no
Dead
people
Island.
there.
You never played that game.
Food sources.
I was hoping nobody would say boat because that's like you were talking about the zombie survival guide. They said do not get on a boat. That is the worst possible thing you could do.
But if I got on the boat, I could be like, I'm on a boat.
Not for very long.
But I mean, if you did
find
find a way to get to an island, though, that would be a secure location. You know, no people on it, at least. Some of them, anyway.
Didn't you see the Dawn of the Dead remake though? That the island is where the freaking zombies came from.
Yeah.
That was a freaking movie. That was a stupid one. I remember that. Anyway.
All right. So next question.
Yeah.
Transportation. You know, we're assuming you're going to leave and go find some better shelter. How are you going to get there?
An RV.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll name it the SS Heisenberg.
All right.
I'm serious. I'll pick an RV and I'll deck it out with some barbed wire and metal plates and, you know, a lot. You could fit a decent amount of people. It has a bathroom I can empty out if we're shitting and peeing everywhere. It has a kitchen.
Kitchen.
But the question is, will I run out of gas faster?
I was like, I thought you were gonna say, but the question is, will I run out of toilet paper? And I was like, yes, you will.
I'll just use my hand then. So I want an RV. The SS Heisenberg right there. It's not even in the water.
All right, Mike, what have you got?
Well, I think, you know, Mike actually had a pretty good idea, you know, with something big. I know whatever I would choose, it would have to be retrofitted. Like, I know for me, I have, you know, kind of an older car. I have an old 2001 Pontiac Grand Prix, and, you know, it's pretty low to the ground. You know, zombies can easily just punch through the, you know, like the windows or something. And, you know, it's not very good for off-road, you know, so I'd probably try to get something, you know, maybe that had like a little bit of a clearance from the ground, you know, like the SS Heisenberg or, you know, but yeah, like, you know, just you know, get something with some clearance, you know, put some barbed wire on there. Sorry, I'm stealing your idea, but you know, just kind of board up the windows, you know, to, I don't know, get like one of those creepy, like, you know, child molester style vans. You know, that would be a good, you know, like one of those, and sell ice cream, and, you know, just pull out a shotgun or something, you know, instead of the ice cream. But
oh man,
you know, honestly though, transportation wise, you cannot go wrong with like the military has these they're like they're a mobile command post. It's a jet that you can actually take off in, and it's meant to be able to fly around and command like all the assets on the ground like from the air, and it stays like pretty much airborne for the entire duration of the mission. And just refuels, and they send them supplies and stuff. But that'd be the best option. But not
Good luck to anybody trying to get hold of one of
yeah,
those.
not quite likely. I mean, we could try to GTA style take one, but no. I would just go with my Molesta van. That's my choice.
All right, here's what I tell you: you guys are dumb. You guys are gonna run out of gas. Yeah. I'm gonna take a bicycle.
That's good.
Yeah, because you got your cardio, because that's one of the main rules in Zombieland. You got to keep your cardio up.
Right. Number 2 is double tap.
And unlike your SS Heisenberg, you're gonna.
I'm gonna turn into a boat one day.
You're gonna have moments where you're not gonna have a lot of room to steer and maneuver that kind of thing. So. Bicycles are very maneuverable.
Yeah.
At least I can cook math.
It's blue. It's pink. It's brown.
So yeah, I'm taking a bike.
That's a good idea.
A bike.
I think.
Well, I'll get a bike when I run out of gas. Then I'll find one.
I think like the only.
I'll take yours. I'll punch you off your bike and steal it.
Well, that actually kind of segues into my next question. You run into another survivor. Are you going to let them join you, or are you going to shoot them on sight?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Chris, you go first.
I think I would probably just kind of watch them for a little bit first, and kind of see what they're doing. Assuming they haven't already seen me, but. Yeah, just kind of watch them and kind of see what they're doing and how they go about whatever they're doing. And if they seem kind of hostile, I'd probably just put them down.
Yeah, for the best.
I would profile. I would profile them first, and I don't like profilers, but during a zombie apocalypse, I would. If they look sketchy, I would. If they're wanting to join me forcefully, if they're coming up with a gun, I'm going to have my gun out, of course. On a possibility, I'm going to shoot them. But if they're looking too hostile, I'd take them out. And if they weren't looking too hostile, I would still take them out. No, I'm just kidding. I would kind of do what you did, is watch them, invite them to join you. But if they're looking a little crazy, if they're looking a little thing, I wouldn't let them join me. If I had a party of people with me that depended on me, I would be very, very careful of who I selected to join, because during a zombie apocalypse, and during a zombie apocalypse, I mean, you've watched Walking Dead and all that. There are crazy people out there, and so somebody that's been out on their own and they're possibly eating human flesh or whatever, I'd be careful. I'd be very careful.
Yeah, I'm kind of going into this with the mindset that I'm going to have my wife and in a few months, or in less than a month, actually, my infant son with me. So I'm going to be probably shooting most people on sight, just to protect my family.
Right.
All right, Mike.
Honestly, this is a very tough call, because I know. If I was in that situation, doing what I do, just for like my normal everyday, career, I think, like if the government was just completely done for, I would not associate myself with the military. I think I would, just try to blend in, like get rid of the camo backpacks and the multicam and, all that kind of stuff that, that just screams, hey, this guy's in the military, because when you are like let's say like on the flip side, like if the government was still going and yes, I was still part of the military, then we would be out, probably in the local community trying to help people, and then, we would be expected to not shoot people on sight unless they were infected, and then in which case they'd probably have some kind of directive for that anyway, which most of the time, would not involve shooting people. It'd probably be like quarantine. But I think if it was just me, I would probably try to get all the friends that I had, and try to stick together in a group, kind of like how you guys were saying. But, if people had kids, and just people that I don't know, that were hurt or sick or old, like try to just help them out as best you can, and offer advice, and just I don't know, just kind of be there to console people a little bit, and they're there to help for me too, because I'm not invincible. I would probably be pretty distraught. I'd probably wonder where the rest of my family is. But most of the people, like if they were hostile, I would warn them, and then yes, I would shoot them on sight. That would probably be my ultimate
I don't care if the government's still around. If the zombie apocalypse happens, I'm not in the military anymore.
And you heard it. Chris defected from the military. All right. That was actually a pretty good one. Next question.
All right. Your friend is bitten. Do you put him down, or are you going to wait for him to turn? And for the hard mode question, your friend is actually your significant other, so your spouse or whatever.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's a tough
I'll
one.
go first.
The zombie apocalypse doesn't care about your
I
feelings.
know, right? Screw your feelings.
Okay. I'll go first. If my friend was with me and got bit and was showing signs of being infected, that's the first thing. Because remember, in other zombie games, movies, there are people that are that don't get infected no matter what, Or if we want to go Walking Dead standards, I don't know, they flip flop a lot on that one. But is this zombie virus we're talking about instant? If you get bit, you turn, or is it if you die?
We'll go ahead and say it's just when you die.
Okay. So if you could amputate the area, let's say if they got bit in the arm, you could cut it off to save them. But if I had no choice, and you knew they were going to die and you were trying to help them out, I would put them down. If it was my wife that got bit and was badly bit and showed real signs of turning, yes, I would put her down. That sounds brutal, but why make somebody suffer?
Yeah.
Through something.
Especially if it itches or burns.
I don't know. Yeah. But I mean, would I put them down right away? Probably not if I didn't show signs. But then again, if it's a quick zombie virus where they just turn instantly, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That's really hard. But I would put them down no matter what. So.
Yeah. All right. Mike, what have you got?
I think I agree with Mike, or other Mike, main Mike, but I'm better looking.
Mike number one, Mike number two.
But yeah, exactly what you said. Like if your friend is bitten, if it's the case where, we know, hey, this bite will infect you, and then after X amount of time, you will turn into a zombie after you die, because it kills you or whatever. Yeah, I would ask them how they feel. About, I don't know, taking their own life, because I know for me, especially if it was one of you guys, I mean, if it was one of you guys, I wouldn't hesitate too much to kill you. No, I'm just kidding. But, I'd be like, well, guys, you have families, you have kids to look after, we're going to try, just as hard as we possibly can to get a cure or something, to save you guys. But then, but I mean, I know if it was
cures,
I know, like if it was me, and I got bit and there was just simply, no hope left, to where I was going to die, I would make sure that, either you or me or somebody, would make sure that, I didn't come back to hurt somebody. But for hard mode, oh gosh, I have no idea. A significant other, this is the person that, you spent your whole life, trying to find, and then you finally found, her, and then, or if you're a female listener, him, or, other stuff, but,
or a dude and a dude and a girl and a girl.
I opened a can of worms there, sorry, but, yeah, I don't know. I would have a very hard time. I know if she turned into a zombie, I would let her fully turn, and then, yes, I would probably, do it, but that would be tough, There's no easy choice for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I think if it was just like a friend who I knew, I'd probably, let him walk ahead of me so that he kind of thinks that I'm just going to see what happens, and then just kind of put one right in the back of the head. So kind of painless, end it real quick before he turns. For the significant other, man, I probably would do something similar. Yeah. I'd hate to just say it that way so bluntly, but I would hate to have to, I'm sure she would want me to go ahead and just do it too, so she doesn't come back and try to come after me like that. So as hard as it would be, I'd probably would do the same thing for that.
It would be more or less waiting until you really knew they were going to turn, and if there were symptoms. And by then, if you've seen enough people turn, if it was your first turn, I don't know how that would go. But if you've seen enough people turn to zombies, you would know the symptoms and how they're reacting and everything like that. So. Yeah. But I don't know, man. That's a bad question. All right, next question.
All right, next up, kind of on the flip side of that one, you're bitten yourself. So, are you gonna commit suicide, or are you gonna just wait and let things happen the way they're gonna happen?
Mike,
I think if there was a cure that was floating around, I would try to get it. I wouldn't put anybody else's life at risk unless they volunteered. And then I'd be like, okay, well, crap, let's do this. Come on. And we'd try our best to try to get that cure. But if worse came to worse, and I was endangering a bunch of other people, or anyone really, I'd tell someone to shoot me. And if they couldn't do it,
I guess I probably should have mentioned, part 2 of this question is, are you going to tell your friends or are you going to hide it?
Oh, I would. So, that's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Tell my friends. I think if I went with a group of people, and there was a cure, if we got the cure, great. If not, then I would probably, just be like, guys, can't do this. I don't want to put any more people at risk. I think if there was no known cure, I would probably just be like, hey, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'll be back in a second. All right, don't be too long. All right, and just never return, kind of thing. But so that way they don't have to worry about me.
Yeah.
You know what I would do? I would eat everybody. No, I'm just kidding. If I found out I got bitten, I would make sure to tell everybody that I got bit, but I also at the same time would go on a suicide mission for trying to retrieve something, or I would scout up ahead and kind of disappear and let myself either turn out there or end my life out there, but try to get enough accomplished. And like if I got bit and if it was a chance of letting everybody else escape and me holding back everybody, or the zombies, whatever, I would do that. But honestly, I would kind of disappear. And if people didn't like it, then, they can meet up with me later on with my zombie self. So, I mean, that'd be kind of terrifying and traumatizing, but I think that's just me. I'd probably do. I'd wander off and go on a kind of a suicide mission and still get stuff done and not just put a bullet through my brain, but also take out as many zombies as I could on like some kind of mission, or clearing out a area that they're going to be going to next, going there before them and trying to get all the zombies killed as much as possible. And that the last possible second, if I know I'm going to die, I'm probably going to, put a gun to my head. So if I didn't have a gun, then I would probably just let them eat me.
Yeah.
So suicide mission for me.
Yeah, I think I probably would do something kind of similar to that. Assuming I would be with a group, I would go ahead and tell them, hey, I'm bitten, so I'm going to go ahead and give my gun to you guys, and I'm going to go off and do my own thing. Take my crowbar with me and start bashing zombie heads. And then probably would try to find a suitably tall building and jump off of it, head down.
What if you lived?
Well, that's the point of trying to find a suitably tall building so that I don't live.
What if you fail
my head?
Finding the suitable tall building because your zombie brain is like trying to take over, and you're like, no.
And then you throw him off there. You're just like, okay. I'm just kidding.
And then you turn right when you get at the top of the building and turn right back around and go downstairs and eat eat anybody that comes inside.
Nom nom.
That's what would happen.
All right, next question. You're out of food. Are you going to just starve to death, or are you going to prey on other survivors?
I think I think honestly I would prey on other survivors because
Damn, dude.
yeah, because I don't know, like starving to death, that's like a very carnal like instinct of yourself is just, you need food, so it's like your body's like, "Oh, I got to have this food." So it changes you. And I don't know, I just see, you rationalizing, or I mean, I'm sorry, me rationalizing, like, okay, well, this guy, he's a dirtbag and, he's, beating up on all these people and, messing with all these girls and, he's got this big stash of pizza. And I'm like, dude, I need some pizza. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go sneak into this dude's camp and, I'm going to take his pizza, and then as soon as
Chris, were you meaning cannibalism?
Oh, wait,
Huh?
Were you meaning cannibalism or what Mike's saying? Stealing their food.
Man, I was hoping I was going to just let you guys say you're going to go ahead and eat people.
Oh, okay.
So I could be like, man, you guys are messed up. I was talking about taking other people's food.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically just, either or.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I wouldn't starve to death because I think I'd be smarter than that. I would try to eat grass and things out in nature because they're completely edible. But for substance like meat and stuff, I think I'd starve on that because if all the wildlife is dead or whatever, But I'd probably starve to death because I would not eat anybody. No. That's. Did you watch that? I think it was the first episode of the new season of Walking Dead. There's a cannibal scene or something. So.
No!
Oh yeah, crap.
I need to close my ears.
No, anyway, I won't talk anymore about that, but there's something like that. Anyway, I don't think I would ever eat anybody. I would try to steal people's food, though.
I wouldn't eat anybody either. That's a no-no for me.
I don't know. You sounded like you were going to eat them.
No, I was going to steal the dude's pizza, Because, like, he just ordered from Domino's, down the street, and I'm like, hey, that guy's got pizza.
Yeah, because
All right,
Domino's
Chris.
is still working.
Yeah. But, yeah, if they had any kind of food, or like you said, like if there was, like, fruit or, potatoes in the ground or, anything like that, yeah, I'd go for that. I
But
definitely.
yeah, I would starve than eat somebody. But Chris, what about you?
Yeah, like I said, you guys kind of ruined my whole plan. I was going to make you guys sound like cannibals, but yeah, I probably would be going out looking for other survivors and, taking their stuff.
Sweet. All right, next one. This is the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, all right, this is the last question, and I think in some ways it's kind of the hardest one. So everything's just going poorly for you and your group, and you're about to be overrun by the horde, but you guys can escape as long as one of you is, sacrificed. So are you going to be the one to give yourself up for the group, or are you going to feed one of your friends to the zombies so that everybody else can escape?
Like close friends or friends that we've met on the road or
Both.
what?
Those road
So
friends.
a little of both in the group.
I mean, is this guy really annoying in the camp that he's constantly eating all the food? I mean, you gotta play.
Yeah, he spoils the
scenarios
stories, from like TV shows. He's
No,
so,
you know what? Screw this. We're
Okay.
going to make this as hard as possible. It's going to be close friends only.
Okay.
Okay, close friends. So, Chris, you know what? I'd sacrifice myself. Honestly, I might have a chance of escape, but I'd sacrifice myself.
I'd sacrifice you too.
Oh,
Man, I seriously, I don't know. I would like to say that I would give myself up for the group, but in all actuality, I would probably, I hate to say it, but I'd probably shoot you in the kneecap, one of you guys, and escape with the rest of the group.
Yeah.
When it hits the fan, you don't know what you're gonna do.
damn, Chris! I don't want to hang out with you if they're in a zombie apocalypse ever. Ever. All right, Mike. What about you?
Honestly, I'm gonna kind of play off of what Chris said too, because I would understand something like that because, like for like you guys that have families and stuff, there's a very strong, just I don't know that there's something that changes in you where you just I don't know you get this fatherly instinct. I need to protect and provide for my family, and if I need to go through any random dude or my best friends, I'm gonna do that because my family comes first. And I know.
But what if your family wasn't with you on this? It was just close friends. That's it. Just close friends. Let's say no family.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you guys would be like, I need to get back to my family so they could be okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so I would volunteer myself because I know in that situation I wouldn't actually have a say. Because, you know, Chris would try to shoot me in the kneecap, and I'd be like, "Whoa, dude, I surrender. I'm gonna stay here." You know? But
so you would sacrifice yourself. Right?
Yeah, I'd probably, you know, I mean, when I say sacrifice myself, I would definitely try my very hardest to stay alive, you know, and just, you know, self-preservation and everything. But, you know, yeah, I would definitely, if something crazy was going to come up, like, yo, dude, you know, you need to go ring that big bell over there to, like, get all the zombies, you know, otherwise I'm going to shoot you in the kneecap. Yeah, okay, I'll go do that.
I wouldn't really shoot anybody in the kneecap. That'd just be messed up.
I don't know, man. You
Yeah.
just said that. You used your answer. No, it's too late to change it.
No, if I was gonna take one of you guys out for zombie bait, I would at least shoot you in the head so you don't have to, you know, feel the zombies going to town on your flesh.
What if the zombies were weird and they only liked live humans?
Oh, then you're gonna have to lose a kneecap. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It doesn't win. I guess if I had nothing left, I would definitely sacrifice myself. But there had to be some. If there was no way of it, and I don't know. I would kind of look at you guys and make you. I don't know. Who's gonna survive the longest? Who's the most needed? And if I'm not needed, then I would probably do it. So, but man,
Yeah.
brutal.
Nothing personal. It's, you know, self-preservation. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not meeting up with you, man.
It's really because you named that the SS Heisenberg. You know, it's. He thinks
I'm gonna
it's
turn it into a boat one day. 'Cause it doesn't make any sense to have SS on it, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun
That was
conversation.
awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
All right, next up is Alan's Tech Corner.
Well, that was a pain in the ass. Why does every monster or rogue holiday android we fight have to monologue like some kind of comic book villain?
What are you talking about? That was great.
Oh, crap. Mike, you've been bitten.
What? Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
Calm down, you're fine. I have a first aid spray.
Mike, he likes it.
Today on Alan's Tech Corner, we're going to be talking about some upcoming tech. Everyone's kind of familiar by now with sort of the 4K TV
Kind of.
technology that's coming out already. But yeah, so far 4K is it's a new resolution. It's 4 times higher than 1080p or 8 times higher than 720. The total resolution is 3840 by 2160 for all of our PC guys, and the good news is all of your PCs should already be 4K compatible.
Mm-hmm.
However, once you guys decide to bump that up for all your new games and Skyrim for all of us heavy modders out there, you know, it's like you're gonna need some pretty heavy video RAM. So I'd probably expect about 2 to 3 gigs of VRAM.
Yeah,
Just in order.
I have 3 gigs on my card right now, so.
Awesome. That's good stuff. So you could right out of the box probably go ahead and use 4K.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've already spotted a few games that they already have native 4K support, and you can force it onto 1080p displays, but it's really, really, really just choppy. But yeah, other than that, right now the technology is pretty new. It's been out for probably about a year now, but it's just now, you know, starting to make its big debut. Watch for it to be like a big Christmas item, but you're going to pay a lot of money for, you know, like a new TV set that's going to be about a 50-inch. It'll be.
What's the cheapest 4K television right now?
So far, it's the smallest, you know. 'Cause,
Yeah.
But yeah, like I would say, you know, for a new TV, let's go ahead and say a 55-inch. Look for it to be about 5,000. Yeah, I know, right? You know, beep boo beep boo. You know, I really want one too, but but yeah, if you got like a 42-inch, you know, I'd say maybe about, you know, a little more affordable, about 3,000, 2,000.
That's not affordable.
You know, depending on.
It's a down payment on a car.
That's true. But yeah, they're. All the 4K stuff is actually going to come out with a new thing called HDMI 2.0. It's going to compete with DisplayPort. But yeah, 4K surprisingly is already being used. I found out in Hollywood films. Like for instance, they used it in the Avengers not too long ago, And
Really?
that's actually like if you guys find a like a 4K TV that's on display at like Best Buy or one of those kind of cool places, most likely you'll probably see that movie playing, just to sort of show it off a little bit.
My movie theater out here, Regal, they have, or is it Regal? Yeah, it's Regal. They have 4K screen resolutions for their digital projectors now, or something like that.
Yeah.
So they've all converted. Like they have a few of them, I think, but it looks really nice. It's better than the standard digital projector that I used to work with at my old job. So.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they were actually 4K technology. I think was first found in what's called like all those, like you're saying, like the digital projectors. But one great thing you're going to see with like all these like just regular screens is the pixels are way smaller.
Yep.
So you could get like me, like if you're trying to cheat in like Duck Hunt, get real close to the screen with a gun. Like the pixels are going to be, they're going to be pretty tiny. Maybe not with that game, but like when you're watching actual 4K content, you can you will be very hard pressed to find a pixel on the screen. It's going to be like kind of like looking out a window. It's going to be pretty nice.
Now, I've read that the human eye can't even really distinguish, like especially like average people between, even 720 and 1080.
1080,
So,
that's right.
What would really be the point with going even higher than that with 4K?
I don't know. 720p and 1080p, I can look at, and there's differences. I can actually tell. It's just. There is differences, definitely.
It's all in the detail. Like if you get I remember one of the biggest things when 1080 came out, was telling my friends to watch Lord of the Rings and watching like the crowds in the background. Oh, look at the crowds compared to VHS. Like, you can
it's just
see
like
everybody.
you can see extra details, extra. A person on the TV looks more real than it does on a DVD copy. It's more detailed, more. I don't know. That's how I compare it. It's like it's hard to tell, but it is there. And I haven't seen a 4K yet on how detailed it is, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
So.
One thing I'll tell you too with the 4K stuff, it's very very hard to see like what 4K looks like on like say YouTube. I know YouTube has like they'll have like people that are like at like CNET and they're like, oh hey, look at this 4K TV, and it's like it looks no different. But what I'm gonna say is go see it. Online doesn't give it justice.
No, you can't do that. It's kind of like looking at an LED screen at 120 hertz. You can't tell on a some demonstration on a video or something. You can only tell with your naked eye. So. But it's still going to take a long time for these to really branch out, and companies to actually utilize 4K technology. Everybody's still getting used to 1080p full,
Yeah.
So, I mean, shoot, the new console's coming out. I seriously doubt we're going to be seeing games that are going to run at 4K right out of the box. It'll be 5 years from now,
Yeah, probably like the big flagship games, like the main, like Sony and the main Microsoft games will probably try to do that, but the average
only when it
is
becomes
probably not going to have the the 4K TVs because they're just so expensive.
I'd say only when like the TVs become affordable for most people, because right now there's only going to be a select few of people that are going to be spending the money on $5,000 TVs and stuff like that. Even myself, I don't want to spend more than $1,000 on a TV, honestly. So
neither. I'm with you on that. Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's one nice thing too is expect the demand to go way up and then expect the price to drop way down. Like after a while, because it's going to literally be, possibly the new standard for HD, because this is becoming like Ultra HD. So it's going to be like the new, 1080p per se. Yep. But since you guys mentioned the new consoles, I know the PS4 it actually will have native 4K support, on launch. So if you guys do, decide to, like sell a liver or something and buy one of those TVs, you can plug it straight in and it'll be good to go.
Well, that's cool.
And,
I'll sell Mike's liver.
Yeah.
No, you won't.
Kneecap, right?
Stay away from my liver. Stay away.
Yeah. But also one minor note, YouTube I think is starting to create compressed 4K content. I can't really tell a difference, but I only have a like a 1080p TV right now, so I'm not that fancy yet. I didn't sell my liver, but but I don't know. That's just all I wanted to talk about with 4K. I know it's been out for a little while, but just wanted to get some extra tidbits in there.
It's cool because we've never talked about 4K resolution on the show, so this is a good thing you brought into it.
Yeah, I didn't even know that Avengers was recorded with 4K. That's pretty cool.
I was laughing because the guy that showed me here in town, he was like, yeah, you want to see what a 4K TV looks like? And I was like, yes, please. And he brought me over, and Scarlett Johansson was saying some lines from the Avengers, and he's like, just look at Scarlett Johansson. I was like, she looks good in 720p too. But yeah, it was pretty fun. But yeah, some good stuff. You'll see a lot more about 4K coming up, like in the near future. I promise.
Next 2 years, I'm guessing. Next 2 years is going to blow up. So
it's going to be just like Blu-ray, like compared to regular DVD. But the next thing on Alan's Tech Corner here we were going to talk about is the new 64-bit ARM processors that are coming out in phones. A lot of people, when they hear 32-bit, 64-bit, they're like, "What the heck are you talking about?" And I guess one of my favorite analogies that I use, for cores or at least with bits, in the different processor chips is you can look at it like having. I know Walmart's a terrible example because they have a million checkout lines, but there's like only two people there. But oh yeah, all these lines, but there's only like two people on them. But so just pretend like you're in a big supermarket and you have 32, registers open, 32 lines going through. You can process a crap ton of people, or in this case, 32 bits, of information to, feed, information through. But once 32 people, once 32 cashiers start getting all these people coming into line, the lines start backing up. There's only so much it can churn out. But with 64-bit, you can actually double that, and it opens up. Boom! Here you go, people, and they're like, "Oh, I gotta go check out with my undies," So you can load twice as fast, and sometimes even 3 times as fast, depending on what kind of specs your phone has. But
didn't Apple just announce their 64-bit processor in the new iPhone S? Yeah.
Yes, I actually want to say that that's probably the first actual 64-bit ARM like 850 chip that I've actually seen in a phone so far. Right,
and they're going to be branching that out to the other companies. I think Samsung's talking about doing it too, and all the other ones. So
yeah, Samsung I heard was making a A53 chip, which is the same Cortex company that's that's owned by ARM or ARM. But the A53 is going to one up the Apple chip by just making it a little more power efficient. Right. But as much as I hate to admit it, Apple's actually in the lead with that aspect, because they're pretty far ahead with the chips, because all the other Android stuff is.
Well, it's cool to see all this branch out, and it's about time this happened, honestly. So
I know I'm pretty excited. I mean, I've been enjoying my 64-bit computer for forever.
Yeah.
When I built my mom and dad's computer, I secretly put a 64-bit chip in there, and they're like, "It's fast." So it was pretty fun, and I got them 8 gigs of RAM, so I was like, "Yes." But it's good times, And but yeah, like the Cortex A50 chip, like Mike was saying, it's already on the market for the iPhone. It's a great little chip. It's very nice. Like we were saying, it's gonna it makes larger data accessing ranges is I guess like the technical term for it, but in reality it just makes it load faster. And then it's gonna. Mm-hmm.
One problem that I'm gonna see, we're not gonna see a boost up of how speed on apps and stuff like that on the phones right away, because the developers still have to utilize 64 bits on the processor, and they're not going to do that. It's just kind of like when 64-bit chips came out for the PC. No one utilized that. They still use 30-bit till recently.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still games that still run just 32-bit. That's it. But most of everything's 64-bit now. So.
Yeah, it annoys me when games are 32-bit.
Yeah.
Now, especially when you mod them, to like add graphics, like when Skyrim first came out, that like went over the video RAM limit pretty quick, and then they were like, it just shut down on you, and you're like, no, I didn't save, and I had that cool sword.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it just, watch out for those in the future. They're going to be everywhere. I mean,
Yep.
Samsung's already, we're going to one up Apple, and then it's
Every company's going to do that.
Yeah.
They're all on that. Oh, this person did this. We're going to make it better. We're going to do this. And it's back and forth. Now we have a 124-bit processor. No, it's just it's gonna be a continuous battle between companies, and that's good because it gives everybody diversity of what they can buy or what they want. That kind of stuff. So
that's right.
so I look forward to it.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is it's actually our next point here is our flexible OLED displays. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so you know how phones, you can throw it at a wall and it just
Yep.
it makes that exact noise. It's like, why'd you and
I've
it's
seen
like
it.
everywhere.
It's true.
Yeah. So anyway, so these flexible OLED displays last year, I'm sorry, this year at the Consumer Electronics Show in I forget where it was, but they introduced these new Samsung. They were called UM models.
Mm-hmm.
They were these flexible like ecosystem screens where this I think he was a Samsung rep. He came up and he was like, "Hey, yeah, check out this screen, And the coolest thing about it, he like bends it completely backwards. He's like, "It's flexible," and he just starts waving it like paper, and everyone's like, "Woo!" I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. Stop trying to break it." But he was like, "I'm not breaking it." So it's pretty cool. But the biggest point with these is there's no glass. You can bend it and stuff. I don't know why I put that on the notes, but yeah, I don't know. Like there's
You can bend it and stuff.
yeah, but I don't know. There's a billion uses for this. Like I know a lot of us are Mass Effect fans, Mike especially. Actually both of us, Mikes. Like I think like the biggest thing is like you're going to be able to have like a rolled up screen, just like a digital newspaper. Like you could just roll it out and there's your screen. Boom. Okay, I could read this and then just roll it back up and throw it in a corner, and your dog comes over and brings it in the house in the morning. Or something. I don't know. Like Rover might be a robot in the future, but. I think the biggest thing I'm looking forward to with all this stuff is freaking flip phones coming back, dude. Like, just bring a full size, like, normal phone and fold it, so that way you have no more screen scratches and you can unfold it. That would be so cool, that would be amazing.
And would the screen be like the entire phone, or would that just be replacing the glass that we already have on our phones?
Yeah, like it would just be like, there's a like different uses for it where it could replace like the glass and everything. It would become like the new screen, or if you wanted to, it could actually be like its own like entity. Like they were showing these, how like they have like these smartwatches that are coming out, with like apps and stuff. Well, they had like this demo where you could like flip this thing or like just kind of like like slap it on your wrist and it like attaches to your wrist and it's a whole screen. So it's like you have a whole screen for a watch.
What if
and that would
if they took this idea and formed it into a monitor for a PC and you could bend it in any shape you want for them? Like if you wanted to have a wrapped up, like with gamers, some gamers like 3 screens and stuff like that. What if there was a big one you could buy and just curve it to like what you would be doing with 3 screens, and it's just a gigantic screen, or it could be 3 screens or whatever,
I know someone in the audience that's listening to this is going to say, well, there's already like curved monitors, so I just want to, put that to rest too, because I know, like, yes, I thought about that too.
But curved monitors, but this being non-breakable, that kind of stuff like that. Like you just...
Oh, yeah. And cool, like the cool thing too would be like you could also like if you didn't like the curved part of it, you could just like straighten it out and it's flat,
Right.
Like that would be pretty cool.
I can see maybe getting smaller ones and putting them and just kind of bending them in front of your face and kind of wearing them like the Oculus Rift.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool. You could look like what's his face from Star Trek?
Geordi.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, these OLED the screens, they also come in a it's some kind of transparent variety too. So you can get like Resident Evil 6 style where you can have a phone that you just flip up. And it's almost like a hologram,
Oh, that
fancy.
yeah,
Those
that'd
phones
be
are
awesome.
crazy in that game.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty neat. Like I don't know, when this is gonna start going pretty mainstream, but I know Samsung, they have this. It's sort of a wraparound phone that they were showing the other day. It was a regular flat screen, but then like the screen kind of curved off the side of the device, and was like also the side of the device. And the cool thing is the little cover things that they have for them. That's like also like the back battery cover that also goes over the front to like protect your screen. They like hit like a button or had some kind of notification, and it scrolled like on the side of his phone, like, "Hey, you have a missed call from so and so." I was like, "That's awesome. That's pretty cool." Like you could just like look at the side of your phone, and it's like boom, information. It's pretty sweet.
Well, sweet. We can look forward to those coming out soon. Hopefully, at least in the next few years, we'll probably be seeing more of it.
I need to become like Captain America, just go get frozen and wake up and I'm like, "Hey, technology."
Hey! Of course, the world might be ended. It's okay.
Zombies might come out and we might get shot in the kneecap, That would suck.
Well, that about wraps it up with Eddie Vincent's Technical Earth Syndicate podcast. And don't you guys forget, you need to go to Steam and get yourself a copy of Euro Truck 2. I'm telling you what, that's one heck of a game. All right, well, we'll see y'all later. Yeah.
Damn it, Eddie.
Oh, my PBR. I was saving that. All right, guys. Since it's after, it's Halloween, what are you guys going to be doing after Halloween? Leading on to the next weekend.
I'm going to be stocking up on day after Halloween candy and getting fat.
Yeah.
You're going to get so fat.
I think for me, it's mostly just going to be like boring moving, and just bunch of training and junk.
Oh yeah, you're going to be deploying soon. We didn't tell you this though. We brought a new host onto our show, but he's leaving. Dun, dun, dun. No,
Yeah.
yeah. No, we did say that earlier that you were, you're staying still, but
They don't like me. They're getting rid of me.
We got maybe a couple more shows of Mike in it, and also myself because I'm going to be moving. So
closer to me.
So definitely. Because you're going to be
awesome.
deployed for a whole year. So
Are gonna be awesome.
But I'm going to probably, do some more gaming this weekend, preparing for the next podcast for next week. We're going to have a regular podcast next week, next Friday. So this is coming out on Halloween, so that's a Thursday. So you're not going to have a podcast on Friday to listen to as well. We're not that talented. So but probably be working on a little bit of that. I'm going to be playing all my different games that I own that I need to beat.
And some that I own.
Yep, definitely. That's pretty much all I'm gonna do. Gaming.
That's pretty much all we do every week. We're not very.
Hey, I've got to.
We're not very diverse in
move.
our activities.
Nope. It's like I don't. Everyone skips this portion of the show. They're just gaming. No. I need to prepare for the move because we're gonna be moving at the beginning of December, so we got to get stuff packed up and everything. Like I said, there might be another 2 shows at most with Technical Earth Syndicate right now until probably the end of December or a little bit after that because I don't know when I'm getting my stuff back. So we'll try to get
probably mid-November, I would say, because unless you guys just do stuff without me, because I'm going to be dealing with newborn stuff.
Oh yeah, Chris is going to be having a kid, so
Yeah.
Maybe we can all try to do like Google Hangouts when everyone's deployed and baby and me.
Yeah.
We could
Definitely.
We could probably do that or something. But we still got a couple more shows left in us, so yeah, whatever.
If I can catch a camel spider, I'm gonna if you're like, okay,
No.
no,
that
that would be hilarious.
Those
Just
are
turn on
scary.
the camera and it's like, yeah, there's your legs.
I don't like that.
That'd be fun. I just want to have a camel spider and a scorpion fight each other, and then I'll be happy.
I tried
so
to
cool
do
to
that back in Vegas. They used to have camel spiders because they would come back from deployments and then there's scorpions and crap all over the place everywhere.
Oh gosh.
But we would put camel spiders and scorpions in a little box and we would try to get them to fight, but they just kind of hang out off in their separate corners of the box and they wouldn't fight. So
That's brutal, dude.
They're doing like their own like tech corner and stuff, and they're like, yeah.
Well, that's the end of our show. We got a couple shout outs. First World Podcast. Make sure you check out this awesome podcast. You can go to firstworldpodcast.blogspot.com. and check out on iTunes and Facebook and everything like that. Also, check out Rhythm Destruction. They just came out with their new DLC, a couple song pack, I think for $1.99, I believe. But Rhythm Destruction, last year we had Chris from Pierce Panda Games on our show, so make sure you check out that game, but also check out the new DLC if you already own that game. Well, you can follow me at on Twitter, mbufftes.
And I'm a CStuTES.
And Mike,
I'm too lame for Twitter. Sorry.
you will make one now. No.
You'll make one or you're fired.
Also, like our Facebook, subscribe to our iTunes and YouTube channels. Thanks to everyone for listening. We'll see you next time.
My name is Maximum Zombie King Supreme? What do they think? I'm a zombie taco or something? No! Man, this script is terrible! I can't believe I have to be Maximum Zombie King Supreme! This is terrible! Whatever. I guess I'll do my line. Foolish! No, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm out.